Uzi previous snippet, right? But that's not going to be on Pink Tape. We can listen to that. Uzi Og was sent this by Uzi himself. Uzi Og on Instagram, that is. And he said this is not on Pink Tape.
Pack it up, yeah, that's the free. Pack it up, yeah, that's the beat. She a boss, yeah, she a G.
Damn.
He a boss, no, he a flea. I'm a dog.
Okay, I actually have a theory now that we listen to this. So Uzi's like posting these Instagram stories saying like, you know, I'm not listening to anybody else or whatever. Very similar to like Eternal Attack with like, I'm retiring from music, etc, etc. So okay, so when did Eternal Attack drop? 2020. I would not be surprised if Uzi does not drop in 2022. Chat, what do you think about that? I think that he could drop 2023, similar to Eternal Attack, the same amount of weight. And I know Uzi dropped Pluto Baby Pluto in like November of 2020, so it's not, hasn't been as much of a wait. But 2023 maybe like mid, because I don't know if Uzi actually got to the 3-year mark with Eternal Attack, the Eternal Await. But Uzi dropped in 2019 Sanguine Paradise, and that's a rack. So Demon High could very well be very similar to those releases, wherein they didn't even end up being on Pink Tape, or those songs didn't end up being on Eternal Attack. So I think that Uzi just keeps changing around Pink Tape because Hello Yassine was right, in my opinion. I don't know if Uzi's scared. He's probably just indecisive would be the better word. Just making sure that this shit is hot, because if it's not, like, you know, we always talk about, we don't have to like continue harping down on it, that this is an important album for Uzi, solidifying himself. He's already solidified, but like, you know what I mean, so that he doesn't go on the trajectory down like a lot of people are trying to say he is. Now the snippets, this one actually wasn't bad. I think this is a good sign that he's experimenting again, and he's listening to the fans about, we need the low voice Uzi. Yeah, that's for free. Because the low voice Uzi is low key like what people fucked with. Like, of course we liked the high pitched moaning or whatever, but the low voice, I think Baby Pluto was representative of high pitched rapping, whereas the low voice was like older, you know what I mean? So this kind of shows he's experimenting with a whole bunch of shit. He's digging into the Uzi subreddit on his fish scale account, making sure that he knows exactly what people want. He's testing out different sounds. Exactly. So there's only one album right now that he would be working on, which is Pink Tape. I know artists like to work on multiple albums because different vibes don't necessarily go into one project cohesively. Trippie Redd does that all the time. He works on like 3 projects because, you know, sometimes you're in a different mood than your Eternal Attack, whatever you're working on, or Pink Tape. But if he's told Uzi Og that he's not, or this song is not on the album, this just shows like, what songs, why are you sending this to him? Why are you sending this to Uzi Og if you're not trying to get it posted around fan pages to get feedback on the songs? You feel me? Like, maybe this isn't on Pink Tape, but it is for the purpose of Pink Tape, whether it be marketing or like experimenting or testing. This is for Pink Tape. He knew Demon High wasn't gonna receive well. It's all a plan, man. He's not gonna let Pink Tape flop. He's smart. Bruh, nobody. Demon High is the reason that all of this shit is happening. That he's uncertain about Pink Tape. He probably had a whole Pink Tape ready to go in case that song blew up. That's how it go. But then people are like, it's probably like Cardi with Whole Lotta Red V2 or whatever. With like that song didn't even end up being on a Whole Lotta Red. These artists, you kind of gotta, that's why you can't really have a track list that is set in stone, because you really don't know what people are gonna fuck with when you're still in the singles phase. You gotta kind of formulate the album around the single, because it's got to be at least somewhat similar to the single so that fans kind of know what to expect. And that's why A Whole Lot of Red like was received so weirdly at the very beginning. Like people didn't know that that's what they were getting, this screaming vampire in their ear. If Cardi dropped Demon High, he would continue that wave. Uzi got scared to do what he was going to do. Huh. That's a good take, low-key. But no. So Cardi with Atme. Actually, he did end up having some very similar songs to Atme, like Beano and Slayer, like the true hyper pop beat by Beano, I think Beano 88 maybe is his name, and others. So I guess he did, but again, that song didn't end up being on actual Whole Lot of Red. More of the emphasis was on the punk rock type shit. So I think Cardi, as much as he likes to act like he's, you know, super confident and shit, he does listen to the fans more than they think. It's just all a marketing scheme. It's all a persona that he doesn't listen. He doesn't care about the fan. Like, nah, he definitely listens, or somebody on his label definitely listens. He's got to be tapped into the new sounds. And you're complaining about me bringing up Cardi. It was somebody else in the chat. It wasn't me. Fuck off. By not received well, I meant experimental, because conversation, not necessarily. You think he knew it was mid? So you're telling me you think Uzi dropped it knowing that it was mid so that people start doubting him, and then he can be the underdog that comes in and makes a crazy album? Because I don't think that. I think that he would want to maintain, like, let everybody know as the rapper, like, yo, I'm always on top. I am that guy. Because once you lose the throne, it's hard to get that throne back. We see that all the time. Like, hip hop is very fickle. Once you start falling off, you become a target. Look at Smoke Perp right now. Look at, I don't even know, NLE Choppa or whatever. Once you start going down a certain path, people start piling on top of you, and then they look to the next guy. Look at Sofago even with Yeet. Sofago lost his wave a little bit to Yeet, and then now the Yeet fans are like, nah, fuck Fago, he fell off and all this shit. It makes no sense, but imagine, yeah, I mean, realistically, who knows? Uzi could be Elon Musk out here buying goddamn Twitter. That type of level thinking and strategy. And yeah, he's an OG. He wouldn't, in my opinion, I agree. I don't think he would try that. That's a little bit below him.